Eva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be making Vasilopita, or a Greek New Year's Eve cake. But before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. Alright, let's get started. So everybody in every culture has their own traditions when it comes to New Year's and New Year's Eve, right? So for us Greeks, when the clock strikes 12, we all turn into pumpkins. Just kidding. We all do pick our own piece of our Vasilopita though. So what Vasilopita is just kind of like a basic cake, like a bundt cake, but we spice it up with some orange juice and orange zest and even sometimes mastica, which is like a Greek alcohol. It's really good. I've used it in my Tbsp or like these Greek sugar cookies before too. So good. And then all we do is we take some powdered sugar right on top, and traditionally what happens is you either bake it inside, or after the cake has already been baked you flip it over upside down and you make a little slit and you put a coin inside that's of course covered in some foil. And then what happens is you get to pick your slice of cake, and then whoever picks the slice of cake with the coin in it is supposed to have good luck for the whole new year. So the only thing you have to be careful of here is eating the coin, but whoever gets the coin, you're just going to wish them καλή χρόνια, which is just a happy new year. So who's going to get the coin this year? I really want you guys to make this at home and try this. It's super cool. It's really fun. It's really interesting to see who gets lucky and picks that coin. But if you guys have any other cool traditions in your culture and your family, definitely leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about it. And if you haven't seen it already, check out this shirt. How cute. But anyway, let's get to the ingredients. So all you're going to need for this recipe is some unsalted butter that has been sitting at room temperature because we're going to be creaming it, so it's going to be way easier when it's nice and soft to do that. Some canola oil or some vegetable oil, it's up to you guys. Some sugar, some flour, some orange juice, nutmeg, baking powder, 3 eggs, our vanilla extract, and some orange zest. Ooh. And if you want, you can add some of that alcohol or mastica, whatever you guys have. Now for the pan, you guys can use whatever it is that you'd want. I'm going to be using 2 9-inch round pans. I've already sprayed them with some Pam. If you're not going to use these, you want to use one. You can use a 12-inch round. You can use a bundt cake. You can use whatever you guys want, but this is what I'm using for today. So the first thing you guys are going to do after greasing your pans is preheating your oven to 350 degrees, or before, after, doesn't matter. Just make sure you preheat your oven. And now I'm going to grab a mixing bowl and a hand mixer, and then we're going to start by creaming together our butter, our oil, and our sugar, and then I'll show you guys what that looks like when we're done. Okay, so you guys should have something that looks like this. Just nice, creamy, light, fluffy. Now the most important part about this is your butter, making sure you're definitely creaming that till it's nice and white and fluffy. You don't want it to look yellow at all. This almost looks like kind of like a frosting right now. And don't worry about over mixing this. It's the flour that you have to worry about over mixing, because you don't want anything tough with tunnels, and the flour is going to have that gluten in it if you're using like anything other than a gluten-free flour. So don't worry about over mixing here. You want to make sure this stays nice, light, fluffy. Okay, so now we're going to line up our ingredients here. So we're going to be adding in our eggs one at a time, our orange juice, our orange zest, and our vanilla. This just helps me keep track of what I gotta do so I don't end up putting in something before I should. So we're going to do 1 egg at a time. Like I said, don't worry about over mixing at this stage. Alright. And now with any cake really, I think it's best to always do wet ingredients in a shell. Wet ingredients and dry ingredients separately. Definitely helps to keep everything nice and smooth and you're not over mixing anything. Because if we started with the flour here and we just keep mixing every time we add something, we're going to have a nice and tough and hard cake, and we don't want that. So now, there's no rhyme or reason to this. We're just going to be adding in our vanilla extract, our zest, and our OJ. Now I'm just going to add this a little at a time just so it doesn't splash all over. So don't worry if this looks a little bit crazy right now or things are separating. That's completely normal. So now what we're going to do is take our sifter and we're going to be sifting in our dry ingredients. You're going to take your baking powder and your nutmeg and just add them all into one bowl. Just going to take a fork, just give that a quick little stir. So all I have here is the nutmeg, the baking powder, and our flour, and we're just going to be sifting that in here a little bit at a time. Sifting is really important. It's just going to keep everything nice and airy. All sifting does is just going to be incorporating air, and then of course you're not going to be having any clumps of anything in there. So I'm just going to sift this in. And then to keep from over mixing, I'm just going to take a nice spatula. These are giant. Just going to take a nice spatula and just kind of fold this in, not mixing too much. We're going to be adding 3.5 to 4 cups of flour here. So it's always best to start lower. You can always add more, but you can't take away any of the flour. So to start with our 3.5 cups, see how our consistency is, and then figure out if we have to add any more. I am going to take the hand mixer once I'm done just to get everything nice and well blended once I'm done, but at this point I'm just going to be folding it in. And the last of it. I'm just going to give this a nice little stir. Alright. So you guys should have something that looks like this. So good. So for me, a 3.5 cups worked perfectly fine. So now I'm just going to take our cake pans or little rounds, and I'm going to start pouring. Alright, so we're all set. We have our 2 rounds. So good. So the batter should be smooth but just not too sticky, and I had enough to fill the 2 9-inch rounds. So we're just going to bake that at 350 degrees for about 45 to 50 minutes, and then we're just going to do our toothpick test and make sure that the cake is nice and springy to the touch, and then that's when we know it's done. So I will come back when we're all done and out of the oven. Okay, so let's do our toothpick test. Clean. Okay, so we did our toothpick test and it came out clean, but look at what Trish got for Christmas. You guys, I'm not gonna lie, totally cried, totally cried. How cute are these? Anyways, so we just took our cakes out of the oven, we did our toothpick test. We're nice and bouncy. Now we're just going to let these cool for at least 10 minutes before we take them out. And then I insert my coin when they're already cooked. I don't like baking with it in there, so I'll show you how we do that. And then it'll be time to decorate it. And for decorating it, we usually just take some powdered sugar right on top. But you can use icing, you can use pomegranates, you can use almonds. Now, I wanted a stencil. I wasn't thinking about it till just now, and I didn't have one. So while this was cooking, I got a little creative, and I will insert like a picture or video of what I was doing. Basically, all I did here was I just drew out the numbers 2021, and then I took a hot glue gun, and then I just put the hot glue over and cut them out, so I had my own little stencil because I wanted a 2021 cake on here. So that's all I did. You guys don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want, but I'll show you how mine comes out once we're done. so it's been 10 minutes. You guys know me with my timers. So we're going to flip these babies over. Man, it's still a little warm. We're fine, we're in the clear. So, I'm going to flip this one upside down because I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this coin. So, I'm just going to take a coin. Now, typically, your yaya is going to put like a golden coin in there, but you know what? I have a quarter. So, we're just going to wrap this up in some foil. And then we're just going to take a knife. We're going to put it inside. Where are we going to put it? I'm going to put it in here. We're just gonna slip that on in there. Okay. See that? Just made a little sliver. Slip that in there. You can't even see it on the other end. So no one will know where it's hidden. I'm gonna take this one. Just get the edges. I'm gonna take this one out. This on top, and now we're going to see if our little 2021 trick is going to work here. So nobody judge me. I'm not using icing. I'm using these little stencils that I made. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. All right, I got the size pretty good. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so now we're just going to powder sugar the hell out of this thing. Oh. And hopefully my stencil works and you guys can see the 2021. Okay, so not only did she get me those pot holders, you guys, how precious is this? Yeah, gonna admit it. I cried. So, we're just gonna take this and transfer it on over. So cute. Alright guys, I really hope this worked with my little stencils. It worked. Oh, well the number one worked. Let's see. Oh no. Okay. Guys, my little stencil worked. Guys, look how cute. So, if you don't have a stencil, you could totally make one yourself, and I just made it a little bit thicker with like the hot glue, but totally worked. Okay guys, so I have my little setup here. How cute did it come out? I'm obsessed with it. It's so cute. Adorable. Okay, so now it's time to cut a piece and try some. So, oh, I don't want to mess up my numbers here. I'll do a little piece. And no, when you pick your piece, you're not allowed to be like, oh, okay, so I want this whole half. No, you get a normal size little piece, and usually what my yaya will do is literally like pre-cut them so you can just pick a slice, and that's it. So good. So like I said, you guys can use icing, you can use pomegranates, you can use almonds, but my yaya just makes it like this, so I just like it with the plain powdered sugar. So good, you guys. It's still a little warm on the inside. I think that little hint of that nutmeg and that orange are just amazing. Now, of course, this is our tradition for our New Year's cake for some luck, but you can always make this whenever you guys want. It really doesn't matter. And again, I'd love for you guys to try this, and I'd love for you guys to let me know any traditions that you guys have down in the comment section below. But that's all I have for this video today, you guys. I hope you guys had the best holiday season and a really happy new year, especially with all the craziness that's been going on. Please, 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 everybody be safe out there, be happy, spend time with family, and have a slice of cake. But that's all I have for this video today, you guys. I hope you liked it, and I hope you learned something new. If you did like it, make sure you give this video a nice thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. If you want to get my exclusive nutrition tips, healthy food recommendations, and delicious recipes just like this one, then make sure to head over to my description box, click the link, and join the fam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.